All right, thank you so much for that. And we are just getting a viewers an overview of the current situation in the Delhi and the National Capital Region. First of all, I'm going to request, in fact, my camera person, Sanjay, to give you an idea about where we are right now, viewers. This is the monastery area of the National Capital. This is the monastery market, which is in fact no less than a river, as you can see. This is a bustling market area. On the left side, on the right side, are popular shops. This is a popular haunt of people living in Delhi, and that's where many people come. But today, because it's in the low-lying area and the embankments of the river in proximity to the river Yamuna, the river is completely swollen, and the water levels have, of course, crossed the danger mark, as we know, reminding the people of what happened in the year 2023. Not that bad is what the NDRF has said. Not that bad is what the Delhi government has said. But ask that question to those people who are suffering, who've had to shut down their businesses. Well, many people have lost a lot of their belongings, not just here, but in the Yamuna Bazaar area also, where we were earlier, because they didn't expect the water levels to increase to this extent. But the water level has, traveling for hundreds of kilometers from the Hathnikund Dam, essentially, when the gates were opened up. The flooding situation in the national capital has led to fair amount of trouble, discomfort to just so many people with their livelihoods at stake. This, like I said, is a market. All of these people you see around here are people who are in fact working in this area. So many areas of Delhi continue to be affected. But today, in fact, I did have a word with the Minister for Irrigation and Flooding in Delhi, Parvesh Sharma. I actually caught up with him at the ITO barrage early this morning, and he did say that it's not the fault of the river. This is a problem because people have built their homes at the embankments, essentially hinting at encroachment. But who is accountable here is the big question, because these are structures like the monastery market that have come up in the flood banks, and they've been around for years and decades together. Where does the buck really stop is the question that many of us would be asking today, isn't it? Before we go any further, listen in to what Parvesh Sharma told us earlier. जो लो लाइंग एरियाज में है वहाँ पर भी फ्लडिंग हुई है, जहाँ पर जैसे मजनू का टीला एरिया है, मॉनेस्ट्री एरिया है. व्हाट कैन बी डन बेटर?
अगर आप भी देखेंगे तो उन्होंने अपना घर पूरा यमुना के अंदर में बना रखे, तो यमुना नहीं बहा रही है, उन्होंने अपने घरों को अंदर बना लिया है.
All right, my colleague Ashutosh also sent us this report. Take a look at the developments.
All these low-lying areas have started getting inundated. In fact, many of these people were warned and evacuated to the safer area in a school and shelters. And now the water has started entering in these temporary houses. That's a colony. Hundreds of these Pakistanis who have escaped from Pakistan, Sindh, Hyderabad and other provinces facing persecution have been living here over the years. And now as the water level rises, since overnight this has become vulnerable. Many of these houses are totally being seen inundated. The water has started affecting these people. Many of these houses have gone totally underwater, submerged, and unless water recedes. And as we know, the water clearly rising further because the water is being discharged from Hathnikund barrage. Subsequently to that, in the mountain areas, in the hilly terrains, the rain continues, and eventually the water will eventually come down, and that causes massive threat to the people. Many of these houses have been evacuated, have been taken to the other areas, and now this makes the life extremely difficult for the refugee Hindus who are already living in a deplorable condition. At Delhi's Majnu Ka Tila with Sajin Chandok, I'm Ashutosh Mishra for India Today.
Right, in fact, my colleague Shreya was in Wazirabad. She was in fact at the cremation ground, which has been completely inundated with water. Shreya sends us this report, giving our viewers an idea about how badly affected not one but several areas of Delhi are. Take a look.
This is the Wazirabad cremation ground. What you see right now, the Yamuna has completely entered the cremation ground. This is inundated. People have been asked to stay away. What you clearly see is this is the Yamuna flowing above the danger mark, well above the 206 mark right now. And that's the visuals that I will ask you to see actually how waist deep the waters are right now here in the Wazirabad cremation region. Most of the people, the local pundits and all who used to stay, they have all come away. This is the scenario that has resulted since late last night. You can see the temples are completely inundated. What we are being told that some of the animals that also stay in and around the region have been evacuated. Some still remain trapped, is why you see people are trying to take a gauge of the situation, that if at all there is any live animal who are stuck over here, they can be evacuated. All the low-lying areas in the national capital has been heavily affected because of the rising Yamuna water levels. With video journalist Nasir, this is Shreya Chatterjee for India Today.
In fact, my colleague Sushant has also been tracking all of those details. He sent us this report earlier from Wazirabad. Let's take a look.
दिल्ली के मोनेस्ट्री इलाके में इस वक्त हमारी मौजूदगी है और आपको तस्वीरें दिखा दें कि किस तरीके से इस पूरी कॉलोनी के अंदर जितनी भी शॉप्स हैं, जितने भी घर हैं, वो इस वक्त पानी से लबालब है। घुटनों से ज़्यादा पानी इस वक्त जो है वो आपको नज़र आएगा। जहां आप देखेंगे, नज़र डालेंगे, वहां आपको पानी ही पानी नज़र आएगा। लेकिन प्रशासन की लापरवाही हम आपको दिखाना चाहते हैं कि इस पूरे इलाके में जो है पानी भरा हुआ है, लेकिन अभी भी इस इलाके की जो बिजली है वो फिलहाल जो है वो काटी नहीं गई है। खतरा जो है वो किस कदर से जो है वो यहाँ पर लापरवाही जो है वो देखने को मिल रही है बिजली विभाग की तरफ से। आप देखिए कि यहाँ पर किस तरीके से बिजली के मीटर में आपको इस वक्त जो है वो लाइट जो है वो जलती हुई नजर आएंगी। यानी सीधे तौर पर इस पूरे इलाके में जो बिजली कट जानी चाहिए थी अब तक नहीं कटी है। ये तमाम लोगों की जान जो है वो इस वक्त जो है वो जोखिम में जो है वो डली हुई है।
In fact, Yamuna Bazaar continues to be one of the worst affected areas in the national capital. We've seen the presence of the NDRF team there as well. The water levels have risen ever since we were there yesterday, which has now in fact worsened the fears of the people living there, that perhaps this could in fact be similar to what had happened way back, remember, in the year 2023, and so many people had lost their lives, and also a lot of destruction had taken place in that particular area just next to the river Yamuna. The embankment is where homes have been set up. The government says the river isn't entering the homes, the water isn't entering the homes. People have set up their homes at the banks of the river, which anyway is something which is not allowed. It's an encroachment, is what the government has said. Amit Bhardwaj is now, in fact, was there, and he sent us this report earlier.
These are the buildings usually also used for residents as well as, the aarti and puja. But right now, the life is at halt. People had to vacate their homes. Many of these people had, tried to maintain calm and stay back at their homes, hoping that the ferocity of Yamuna, the intensity of Yamuna would reduce. That's a local temple out here that's completely submerged, as you see, and the adjoining houses are also closed right now because there was no option or hope left to be living inside. Those who had multiple floors upstairs, many of them are living on the other lanes of Yamuna Ghat. They are living upstairs, but right now what the best was possible is to keep the important materials of the house. They have stored it upstairs on the roof.
All right, so to tell our viewers a little and to put this into perspective, in the last 63